What's up, guys? This is Chronic Rush and welcome to episode 89 on my FUT14 Road to Gold Around the World series. Last episode we finished off with the Liga BVA squad and now quickly sold them all, making quite a bit of coins indeed, I believe, on that Dos Santos, especially. I think I picked him up for about 40 maybe, sold him for 50, so that's a decent turnaround, and we played very, very well with the squad indeed, picking up the division win as well as the cup, so I was pretty happy about that. But we're moving on to the Serie B, the Italian second league, and it's probably better than the second leagues of the likes of, I think, the Liga Adelante, French league, the second French league. So you've got some decent silver-rated players in this team, and I was pretty pumped about it. I'm actually playing 3-4-1-2 formation, so it's going to be a fairly odd formation. I don't think I've actually played it in this series yet, so it should be interesting to see how it plays on this game. But the main reason I went for that is because there's three fairly solid centre-backs in this league and not many two decent full-backs, so that was the main reasoning behind that. But we're going to pick up a goalkeeper, go and pick up a player called Santa Claus, I think it is, a player called Kaguna, I think, and we're going to pick up this player called Adigio, another very, very pacey centre-back. And I was having trouble with the transfer market with this Serie B squad, and I think it was mainly down, I think the connection was being a bit dodgy, and every time you search the player, you'd either not find the player or it just disconnects you from the transfer market, so you have to type everything in a game. But we're going to pick up the right mid Stavonic, 73 rated, I think that was, and he just looked like a fairly all-well-rounded player, decent player to have out on that right-hand side. And this is an example of what I meant by the transfer market not working too well. It kind of slowed down the process of buying the players a bit more. We're going to pick up a player called I think it's Rigoni, centre mid, 73 rated. Again, a very, very well-rounded player. He's got stats across the board, which was the main reason going for him. Going to pick up another centre mid. This player here, I think it's Barreto. Again, he's a very, very similar player to Rigoni, the other centre mid. Just fairly decent stats across the board, and that's the main reason going from decent pace, decent defending, decent shooting, passing, etc. Going to pick up a player called De Alessandro. He's going to go out on the left. Probably the only real option out on that left-hand side. Not the highest rated player, got a decent amount of pace. Looking for the centre attacking mid, we're going to pick up a player called Pasqueto, and this guy, very, very good centre forward cam, normally in a centre forward position, so it cost me a bit more for him to be in a cam, but definitely recommend picking that player up. Go and pick up a player called Hernandez, plays for Palmelo, and that guy, he was a very, very good striker in the last couple of FIFAs, and silver rated player. I was expecting to go for a bit more, but I definitely recommend picking him up, and he's going to pick up another Argentinian player at the top, Dybala, and I'm not too sure why I picked him up. I've heard good reviews about him, so that's the main reason. He's normally plays, I believe, in a centre forward, so it cost me a bit more for him to in a striker. I may have got that wrong, but I thought that looked like a fairly decent looking team. We've got decent defenders, got a goalkeeper, which is probably a decent start indeed. Right mid and left mid, probably not the strongest, but it's just getting probably used to the three at the back formation. Haven't really played with three at the back too much. Obviously in FIFA 13, 3-5-2 was probably the best formation on the game. Seemed to dominate everything, but I haven't really tried the 3-4-1-2. Hopefully I've got a lot of attacking options, and hopefully I can just outscore the other teams. Don't worry about my defense too much. So it could be fairly interesting to see how we do. I just need to kind of remember that you can't really pass it out from goal kicks as well, because obviously you don't have the fullbacks to pass it to. But I'm just going to give a hint that I kind of do that quite a lot of times, so make sure you stay tuned up. We're going to pick up some club items for the Serie B. I was looking for the Palmelo pink kit. I thought that could be fairly interesting, but I was guessing that was going to go for quite a bit, being like, I think it's probably being like one of the main only pink kits in the game or something. There's not too many of them, and I was going for that for a bit of a pink flair, but I couldn't actually pick one up, so we went out and picked some alternative kits up. The Serie B is a quite good league for dull kits with a small badge or no sponsorships. Definitely recommend if you're looking for that. As you can see here, pick up just a plain green one, which looks fairly decent, I feel. And Serie B, all the second leagues seem to be very, very good at not getting kits with sponsorships or something like that, because I find that annoying. We've got a giant sponsorship across the front of the shirt or something like that, or the jersey, whatever you want to call it. But go and pick up a darker royal blue one there for the away kit. I feel like a fashion designer critique, whatever, talking about all these stupid colours. But we end up getting the kits there. I'm going to apply a fitness card onto Pasqueto, and we're going to be moving into the games of this squad. And I'm just going to say, this first game has got a lot of editing in, just from what I'm looking down. So this scoreline could be fairly interesting, guys. So make sure you stay tuned right until the end of the game here. Come against this Brazilian squad here. Neymar, Hulk, Willian, Diego, Ronaldinho. Some fantastic players indeed. And definitely not the best squad to come up against when you're starting off with a brand new team. But Stevahovic here is going to pick up the ball, find a path into Hernandez. A lovely free ball into Pasqueto. And look at that for a finish from this silver Italian centre attacker mid there in the 10th minute. To go and make that 1-0. Fantastic start indeed. Dybala here is going to pick up this ball. Keeper makes a nice save, but doesn't return back to his goal in time. And Dybala just goes on a curve run and puts that into the back of the net in the 12th minute to go and make that 2-0. 2 back-to-back goals. Very, very nice goal indeed. Straight from kickoff, though, Neymar just sprints down from one end to the other and puts that into the back of the net, which is kind of annoying, but that made it 2-1 in the 14th minute here. Some very, very early on goals there, and we're going to move into the 30-odd minute here, playing the ball around. A lovely, lovely fake shot from Pasqueto, a lovely through ball, and Hernandez gets very lucky for that ball to fall into the path of, I believe that was Dybala. Really should have slotted that in first time round, but I'm not going to complain. That's going to make it 3-1 there. Lovely, lovely work from Neymar. This guy's a very actually decent player in terms of skill. Look at that for a finish from the youngster up top to go and make that 3-2 there. Very, very nice finish indeed. And this game was getting close. Move in to the 40th minute here, and somehow that ball goes into the back of the net from Capguna, our centre-back there. Very, very nice. Well, I wouldn't say a nice finish, but kind of a scrappy goal, but I'm not going to complain. That's going to make it 4-2 there. I believe that was Hulk there doing a very, very nice tidy finish to get that past my keeper, and this is the evidence of passing it straight out from a goalie when you're playing 3 at the back. Never do that. That made it 4-4. Hulk then picks the ball up from a through ball, crabs that across into the path of Willian to go and make this 5-4. And this game turned extremely quickly, as that's going to be the second time around I've passed it from the goalkeeper into Neymar. And hence the rage from the controller. It's just so frustrating. Put on ultra attacking to try and get a goal back, to try and at least get the draw. Hence the reason I only had one player at the back, and Willian is going to power that into the back of the net to go and make that I believe that's 7-4 now. He then goes and makes that 8, and then the gods were looking at me. Somehow the game disconnected or something, and it wasn't me, so I didn't lose my DNF, and the game didn't count. So I just thought, that's good, because I really probably should have done better. I was 4-2 up and ended up losing something like, losing, shall I say, 8-4 or something ridiculous. So I was pretty happy about that game disconnecting or lagging out, whatever. I'm not going to complain. I didn't lose DNF, but we go straight into the second game, or first game, shall I say, of the season with this team. And we go 1-0 down from Christian Benteke, and this guy's an absolute monster, man. He goes and makes it 2-0 in the 36th minute. His upgraded card, I think he's got an inform card now. He's just an absolute beast up front, guys. Definitely recommend picking him up. I've used him a couple of times, and he's just absolutely phenomenal. He's going to go and pick up his hat-trick here, I think, in just after the second half. Just after the first half there, and we're 3-0 down. And I just don't know what it's about. I'm just getting... If you play 3 at the back, if you got especially fullbacks who get up the field on the opposition, it's kind of hard, especially wingers or something like that. Benteke goes and makes that 4-0 there. This guy is just so good, man. I cannot say anything about it. I brought out my keeper, hence the reason for that stupendous shot from Yaya Toure to go and make that 5-0. And I did say there's going to be some high-scoring gameplay, and this is going to go and make it 6-0 there. Guess who? Christian Benteke there in the 90th minute, and hopefully that was the final clip of this game, and he's just going to celebrate for about 5 odd minutes. Now, as you can see, that's the final score, 6-0. Christian Benteke picking up all 5. This guy's an absolute Belgian beast, and I was kind of annoyed I didn't actually use him in my BPL squad, but nevertheless, that is the Serie A squad. You saw the squad builder of that, saw a couple of games, getting absolutely dominated, so it's not going too well, but hopefully we can turn things around next episode, guys. This is coming towards the end of the episode. If so, remember to hit that like button. Also remember to subscribe. Stay tuned to the series, and any feedback in the comments would be much appreciated, guys. This has been Courage. Till next time, adios.